let's transition to my favorite segment of the week. It's my NFL Week 2 Wise Picks. My Wise Picks, you can hold me accountable for my Wise Picks. I am going to add up my record for each week and each week games and add all my wins and my losses and see what the total is at the end of the season. And week 1, I did pretty good, 9-7. Thankful for the 49ers beating the Jets on Monday night. They got me to a 9-7 instead of 8-8. So starting off on the right foot with my Wise Picks. We begin with NFL Week 2 in Dallas. It's Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints traveling to Dallas to take on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 6.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 45.5. Listen, the Saints beat the Panthers last week in New Orleans. Panthers are one of the worst teams in the NFL. Bryce Young still has issues throwing the football down the field and with turnovers. That Saints win doesn't mean much to me. I don't think the Saints are contenders in the NFC. I'm rolling with the Cowboys to beat the Saints at home, true to their brand, because we know the Cowboys, they score points at home in bunches, and in the playoffs, they struggle. But it's a regular season game. Cowboys 31, Saints 17. The Las Vegas Raiders are traveling to Baltimore to take on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 9.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Baltimore. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5. To me, this is the biggest lock of the weekend. If you are a betting man or woman out there, go and take the Ravens with points. The Ravens, fresh off a loss in week 1, they're back home in front of their home fans and crowd. I expect Lamar Jackson to put on a show and have an MVP caliber performance. I'm rolling with the Ravens to beat the Raiders in Baltimore. Ravens 28, Raiders 13. The New York Giants are traveling to Washington to take on Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. The Commanders are favored by 1.5 points. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock in the nation's capital. The over-under for this matchup is 43.5. It's an NFC East battle between the Giants and the Commanders. I believe Jaden Daniels is already a better quarterback than Daniel Jones is. So with that being said, I'm rolling with the Commanders to beat the Giants at home. I'm going Commanders 21, Giants 10. The LA Chargers and Justin Herbert favored by 6.5 points. They are traveling to Carolina to take on Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 38.5. Listen, I told everyone, once the Chargers brought in Jim Harbaugh, they are going to be a better football team than in previous years. I don't believe they're going to make the playoffs, but I do believe the Chargers will beat teams that they're supposed to beat compared to in previous years, they lost games that they were supposed to win. With Jim Harbaugh, they will beat the Carolina Panthers. I'm rolling with the Chargers to beat the Panthers in Carolina. I'll go Justin Herbert 20, Bryce Young 10. The San Francisco 49ers, favored by 6 points, are traveling to Minnesota to take on Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are favored. The 49ers are favored by 6 points. What the hell was I saying? 49ers are favored by 6 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Minnesota. The over-under for this matchup is 45.5. I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. I believe the 49ers are going to blow out the Vikings. Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. Kyle Shanahan is a better coach than Kevin O'Connell. 49ers 31, Vikings 13. The Cleveland Browns are traveling to Jacksonville to take on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Jacksonville. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5. Listen, the Cleveland Browns are a mess right now offensively. We know defensively they have Myles Garrett as a pass rusher. You got Denzel Ward in your secondary. I like Kevin Stefanski as a head coach in this league, but the struggles offensively for the Browns are going to continue. To me, no Nick Chubb means problems for the Browns. That being said, I'm rolling with Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars to serve at home and win their home opener. I'll go Jacksonville 30, Browns 19. So I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars offense will have some success against that Browns defense. You only can do so much defensively when your offense can't score points. The Seattle Seahawks, favored by 3.5 points, are traveling to New England to take on the Patriots. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 37.5. I know the Patriots beat the Bengals in week 1, but the Seahawks are a better football team than the Patriots are. I'm going Seahawks 21, Patriots 10. The New York Jets, favored by 3.5 points, are traveling to Tennessee to take on Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Tennessee. The over-under for this matchup is 40.5. Aaron Rodgers is clearly a better quarterback than Will Levis is. And even though the Jets lost Monday night to the 49ers, I thought the Jets showed promise as a football team. That's a tough week 1 matchup. Going all the way across the country, playing the 49ers in their home opener with all of their players back, Brock Purdy, okay, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Trent Williams back in the mix. That was a tough matchup for the Jets in week 1. I expect the Jets to have a bounce-back performance and beat the Titans in Tennessee in week 2. I'll go Jets 21, Titans 13. The Indianapolis Colts and Anthony Richardson are traveling to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. The Colts are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 40.5 at Lambeau Field. It's the home opener for the Packers. Unfortunately, because the Packers don't have Jordan Love, I expect the Packers to struggle under Malik Willis. I hope I'm wrong, though, but Anthony Richardson is a better quarterback than Malik Willis is. That being said, I expect the Packers defense to keep it close, but I think Anthony Richardson and that Colts offense will do just enough to outlast the Packers. I'll go Colts 17, Packers 14. But if Jordan Love plays in this game, this outcome could be different because we know if Jordan Love was healthy, the Packers would be favored over the Colts at home. But because he's not, I'll go Colts 17, Packers 14. The LA Rams and Matthew Stafford are traveling to Arizona to take on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are favored by 1.5. It's a 4:05 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 49.5. This is an NFC West battle. I don't understand for the life of me why the hell the Cardinals are favored over the Rams. Makes no sense to me. I know Puka Nacua will be out for at least 4 weeks for the Rams, but they still got Matthew Stafford, and they still got Cooper Kupp, and they still got Sean McVay calling plays. The Rams are better than the Cardinals. I'm rolling with the Rams to beat the Cardinals in Arizona and get their first win of the season. Rams 24, Cardinals 17. The Pittsburgh Steelers, favored by 3 points, are traveling to Denver to take on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. The kickoff is set for 4:25 p.m. The over-under for this matchup is 36.5. I know the Steelers beat the Falcons last week, but they kicked 5 field goals. They didn't score a single touchdown in the red zone. I don't believe in that Steelers offense. I don't believe in Justin Fields as a starting quarterback in the NFL. So that being said, I'm rolling with the Broncos in a potential upset to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Broncos 21, Steelers 20. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears are traveling to H-Town to take on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored by 7 points. It's an 8:20 p.m. kickoff on NBC. The over-under for this matchup is 45.5. Right now, the Texans are a better football team than the Bears are. I thought last week the Bears, they honestly should have lost to the Tennessee Titans. But Will Levis self-destructed, and the Bears took advantage of it. Caleb Williams didn't even have 100 yards passing in his first career start in his rookie debut. Didn't even have 100 yards. I expect Caleb Williams to play better, but I expect C.J. Stroud to outperform Caleb Williams. Therefore, I'm rolling with the Texans to beat the Bears in Houston. I'll go C.J. Stroud 30, Caleb Williams 17. The Monday night matchup featuring the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles on ESPN. The Eagles are favored by 6.5 points. It's an 8:15 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 47.5. This also is my other upset of the week. I expect Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons to take care of business and beat Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought Jalen Hurts, he threw some bad interceptions against the Packers in week 1. And he had another fumble, I believe, on an exchange with his center. I like the Eagles as an offense, though. And I thought defensively, the Eagles gave up over 400 yards to the Packers. So I expect the Falcons to have a bounce-back performance against the Eagles because they were awful offensively against the Steelers. But that Steelers defense, they are better than the Eagles defense. So I expect Kirk Cousins and company to have a bounce-back performance. I'm rolling with the Falcons to beat the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Falcons 24, Eagles 21. Those are my NFL Week 2 Wise Picks. Everybody, go and follow Wise Guys on Twitter at WiseGuys_H. Also on Facebook, Wise Guys. And be sure to follow Wise Guys on Instagram at These Guys Know Sports. I'll be back on Monday, September the 16th, recapping Week 2 in the NFL. Have a great weekend, everybody.